Okay, hi everybody.
Well, I appreciate it, but we have to do things by the book.
I'm sorry.
it's
I
it's
I'm
okay.
already going off book. Where's the script? Sorry, I misplaced it.
It's just like the movie almost, but let's do this the right way.
Okay.
Welcome back to ESA Summer Online. We are raising money for Alzheimer Funding. Links to donate can be found below the stream, or you can type !donate in chat. We would also like to thank Kaspersky, Twitch, and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. And now it is time for Plywood running A Bug's Life. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Hi everybody. We're now back on script. We're playing it by the book. This is A Bug's Life for Sony PlayStation. There's other versions of this game, but we're playing the Sony PlayStation version. I'm joined here with Stucer
Hello.
and Tager, who also run this
Hello,
game.
everybody.
And they'll be helping me with commentary because sometimes during this run things get a little bit hectic being a bug, so sometimes I gotta have my focus time, gotta become one with the bug. But yeah, without further ado, I'm ready if you folks are. So time starts when I select Anthill, which is the first level of the game, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
So,
So this
this
is
is the
Bug's
first-
Life, level 1. Welcome to Ant Island. And if you've never watched this movie, basically you are an ant named Flick, and Flick is an inventive ant, and his inventiveness causes the colony to get into some trouble with some grasshoppers. And we have to solve that by jumping over some fences, skipping some tutorials, and solving puzzles in ways the game definitely doesn't intend us to.
I'll say that that was a pretty solid first stage. Getting that little jump on the fence there saves a little bit of time.
yeah, so in the first few levels, you'll notice we're moving quite quick through the levels. You don't really need the seeds, so kind of the point of this game is to use the seeds to help do the platforming, but for the most part, we can jump over most of the gaps without them, as you'll notice Plywood doing several times. You can definitely abuse the walls in this level, just kind of standing on them to get across. You'll see him do it coming up now. There you go. It's quite easy to do, but it looks more challenging.
Yep, so you're going to notice a lot of seeds around, and there will also be tokens, and these tokens upgrade the seeds in various ways. There's also berries, blueberries, green berries, gold berries. They upgrade your projectile, which is, of course, the berries. So we will have to upgrade our projectile for the boss coming up and to take out certain bugs.
Oh, come on!
In a lot of stages, we will also just flat out skip several of the berry upgrades, because in this stage, for example, it's just faster to run past everything. This stage is actually really, really big, but we just run straight through everything. They can't keep up, and they will not chase after you very far.
Yeah, since this is an any percent category, you don't need to collect all the items, which is nice.
Oh, yeah!
All right,
So coming up,
on the first boss fight, Thumper, which in the movie you're not really fighting Thumper at this point, but you know, some creative license, gotta take it. This guy is gonna eat a ton of blueberries. Hopefully we get the fast Thumper.
The strategy for this boss fight is basically throw the blueberry and keep throwing that and do nothing else, because this guy really can't fight back against anything.
Oh, yeah!
Nope. Very simple. And now we're coming up to level 4, Cliffside, which is just a flight with a dandelion, but we don't want to hit the floor, because if we hit the floor, we get eaten by a bird and we lose a life. You lose all your lives, it's game over, and we don't want that. We want to live the life. We don't want to lose the life. So,
and this might be a good time for a donation reading.
Yeah, nice!
Well, I have got you all covered. John Capri has donated $50. First time watching an entire ESA marathon. Have my donation for the great cause and hours of entertainment. This donation went towards Skies of Arcadia Legends to fight the imposters. We are only $100 away from taking out these imposters.
I think that merits an oh yeah. That's a big oh yeah moment. Thanks for the donation. Remember,
Oh,
Chad,
yeah.
if you hear oh yeah, hit us up with that yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait,
So-
this is an oh no stage. Excuse me.
So we're entering probably one of the hardest stages in the level. There's a nice few jumps here that require very great accuracy. We're kind of bypassing the first one since it's not really marathon safe. You can usually jump up on the wall to get over that first ledge, but we're going to use a mushroom instead. So I guess a big part of this level is collecting the flick tokens. So usually you would need 4 flick tokens in order to get a leaf to get out of the stage. We can actually do it with only 2. So you'll notice he's collecting 2 of the tokens throughout the stage.
This stage is probably what you would call the hard early reset point in the run, which it's a lot of safe strats going on right now, because a lot of strats can require very specific jumps. Specifically, the last wall in the PlayStation 1 version is really, really tight. You have to do 2. I don't know if they're frame perfect to exactly how they work, but they sure feel like that.
So that's
Yeah.
all the tokens we're going to need.
Yeah, you could pick up more, but it's a big old waste of time because as long as you position your seeds properly, you can get some really cool jumps like this one. So I'm gonna put my leaf right in the corner and get over this wall, just like that.
Which normally you would need the 3 tokens to get up there.
Don't fall in the pit. Okay. I was about to slide in there, and that is not a place you want to slide into. It's not fun.
Also a relatively minor part of the any percent specific version, but there's all these green balls that falls from the sky with little spiky things in them. I don't know what to call them really, but they are very RNG heavy, so you can just get sniped if you do the jump perfectly well.
And this is the difficult jump we're on now, so you'll notice it's going to take several attempts to get it. It's a pretty frame perfect, but we got it. Nice.
Yes.
And now we're out of the hard level.
Yeah, that jump is one of the hardest jumps in the game. Bringing the leaf over makes it a lot easier. You can do it with just the mushroom, but you can get more attempts going with the leaf setup, so that's why I do it that way.
Yes, the leaf setup's definitely safer. So this is our second boss of the game. This is just a bird, so we're making it to the top to fight the bird. We're just going to get the super berry and toss him at him.
Super berry.
For the most part, this boss is, again, it's a very simple boss. It's generally just get blueberry, don't fall down, and then just throw it till it's gone.
And you
After
will
this-
go ahead.
After this, the bosses are gonna
Oh
start
no,
becoming
save
a
boss.
bit more complex. It's not, it's safety.
I don't want to save. We're not about we're saving frames. We're not saving data, okay?
So one of the things with this is in between each level, you don't actually have any downtime because you're mashing to go right so that you don't click save. When you click save, you actually do lose a fair amount of time, so you have to click no to stop the saving from happening. So this level is another one that is quite difficult. Basically, you're just collecting grain. So you need 10 grain to get through the first door, 20 grain to get through the second door, and the third door is actually one that you don't need the grain for, although it is quite a hard jump and may take a couple of attempts to get.
As far as this stage goes, it's probably one of the most punishing during the run. It's probably not the hardest jump in the game, the last gate jump as we call it, but it's rather one of the most time-consuming if you miss it. So we're just gonna hope the stage goes entirely smooth. It's also very hard because enemies run around kind of randomly, and grains can be out of the way, and grain also disappears if you miss them. So you want to keep everything on point during the stage.
Yeah, we do have a pretty specific grain route, but if you accidentally hit the spider, you might miss a grain. It's quite like this.
Eventually. It can be hard hitting these things. They're so small. They're smaller
They
than
are.
us.
They're small, and Flick is a slippery boy. He may not look it because Plywood has great control of him, but if you are still stop holding everything, he'll keep moving forward for quite a few milliseconds before he comes to a stop.
Ooh, I got the ooze jump. Now can I get the other jump,
Ooze-
though?
The ooze jump is, for a context, just you can kind of jump on the slime that's supposed to damage you, but it's kind of tight. I'm not sure what actually, like, how it works.
Nice!
I think that deserves an OJ.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Everyone, please be excited in chat, because just before this stream, I was, like, struggling in practice. I was like, oh, boy. Am I
We were in
going to
this-
embarrass myself? No, I didn't. I only embarrassed myself to my fellow runners. Boom.
And we all embarrass ourselves every now and then, so it's okay.
That jump, if you miss it, you have to walk all the way around the thing again and climb up, so it's very, very tough dealing with it. A lot of times, if you miss it, the run might just be over.
So for this level, we've lost Plywood because he actually has to listen to the cuts scenes to see where the lines are. So you would have noticed him change his headset then to a different pair. So for this level, you actually have to pause and unpause at the start of every voice line to skip them, just to avoid the cutscene completely.
Effectively, all this stage is just finding the people and just doing the dialogue skip. It's not a hard stage as far as the 80% run goes. You can screw it up because upcoming, there's this, what is he, Man is his name. He's very thin, and if you fall on the other side, you have to walk all the way around, which loses how much time? I don't want to think about it.
It's like 40 seconds if you miss him. So we're just going to exit level as soon as we hit Rosie, which you will have noticed us do quite a bit. If there's no actual black screen that you have to walk out of, we just exit level.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got Plywood back.
Yeah!
So this next level has the golden berry. So usually you would walk across the can to get the blueberry, but we got it first try. You can kind of abuse the side of the can to get it.
That jump is one that can really screw over, like, if you lose, like, your rhythm on it. Because I feel like if you miss that jump, like, that goldberry once, you are just never gonna get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to just lose the rhythm entirely.
And it's a very perfect jump. You have to be at the height of the can. And then we're just chasing the bug back and forth between the can to hit him in each phase. You can only hit him once per phase, that's why we're not mashing.
Also, you want to have a kinda, like, good, like, perception of where all the items are at, because they keep falling back and forth.
Oh yeah!
All right.
So this is another hard level that we're probably going to lose Plywood for. Expecting the headset switch now in a second.
Gonna work.
We're gonna actually try a cutscene skip in a moment. First, he's gonna skip a little bit of it by just jumping up the wall here. Here we go. Normally you're not supposed to do that, but we're speedrunners, so we do that stuff. Okay, let's see. Looks like he got it. Yes.
So yeah, that was nice. So that black screen indicated that he managed to cut that or skip that cutscene, which allows him to control Flick during it, which allowed him to push the butterfly a little closer and now grab the part a little quicker.
Basically what he skipped was the entire duration that animation happens till, like, the bird piece falls out. But he could instead move during it and skip basically everything of it.
Mm-hmm. And we were using the same pause buffer as what was used in a couple levels ago. And this level is pretty straightforward after that. We're just collecting bird pieces and coins to get all the bird pieces because we're trying to build a bird.
Yeah!
The voice lines are great and we enjoy repeating them. So instead of using all of the coins in the level, we're actually just getting 2 coins to get the dandelion and then 1 more to get a cannon shooter. So we're headed towards the cannon shooter now.
One thing with the cannon shooter is that it's deceptively hard to actually, like, land inside of it. It's very, because of its shape, it's very easy to slip off the side of it and not actually get inside it, which can sometimes be very costly, especially if it keeps happening. I had a few runs tied to it before.
And the cannon shooter is definitely hard to control as well. If you kind of change direction at all, it's quite easy to miss.
Yeah!
That was a
Oh
very
yeah!
solid one. Oh yeah!
That last bird piece, we actually were able to
Sorry for
exit
hitting the
level
mic
without
there.
talking to the people
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
because we're back. So the tree is pretty straightforward as well. We're just going to climb up this route instead of taking the attendant route because we can and we're speedrunners. And get the blueberries. And the blueberries, we have to watch those cutscenes since there is animations attached to them.
Yeah, so there isn't really that
Tim
much
get
going on
amped
as far
a
as
lift.
skips and stuff goes in this stage, so if there's any donations, now's a good time.
Well, I do see a $5 donation from Lockdon.
Dim.
Love to see this game.
here.
I struggled with it as a kid,
Right
got
time.
totally obliterated. Lockdon has chosen to put that $5 towards Sonic the Hedgehog 2006's
Thanks, Rosie.
Glitch Exhibition.
Acorns.
Though admittedly, if you want to hear me go for an oh yeah like our runners and commentators are doing, I would like to see Priscilla get her birthday gift. We are $46
Ring, ring, ring.
away from having that
Another one,
happen
Tim.
for 102 Dalmatians puppies to the rescue.
Pop on.
Very nice. Thank you for your donations, folks.
Ah, acorn.
Oh
galore.
yeah.
Oh,
Those.
yeah.
Thanks, Rosie.
There's only one thing you really gotta be concerned about with the tree, and is
I could use your
not
help.
falling off the tree, because
That
Tim
never
like
happened
helping
before.
ants.
yeah, it's never happened to me ever. Never fallen off the tree. But,
There's never been PBs killed to it. None of that.
Never to that mosquito.
Acorns.
Never to that
Never-
mosquito that just
Never have we had someone enter a cutscene on here and then fall off during the
Ring,
cutscene.
ring, ring.
no,
And that
that's
was
never
not
happened to
devastating
anyone.
at all.
I think you're just twisting some tails. Those never happened to anyone.
Never.
Certainly have never fallen off right after talking to the last scout.
Here.
Blueberry power.
Yeah, this level is
Tim
very
get
straightforward,
amped
but
a
falling
lift.
off the tree never happens.
It's a
But-
stage that's very simple, like if you just do it, but if you fail it, it's hard over usually.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you have a
Yeah.
lot of like time you can actually like afford to lose it, but even then it doesn't feel good.
And I do have to relate to that last donation and how hard this game was as a kid. I didn't play it as a kid, but the first time I played it, man, this game is hard. Once you learn the speedrun, it gets a lot easier, but casually, it's not an easy game.
One thing to note with this boss fight is that while it's very straightforward, you just grab like a thing that gives you a blueberry basically, and then you just go up to the guy and just spam the blueberry as usual. The audience of ants, they will throw red berries at you, so they will downgrade your berry if they hit you, which it's very RNG heavy, can screw over runners a few times.
So we are actually hiding under this leaf here to avoid being hit with the red berries, so this leaf acts as a shelter. And now that we're on the last hit, we can just kind of run towards him and hope not to get hit with the red berries.
Oh, yeah.
I always get anxious when I see that red berry flying towards.
Calculated,
So-
Taker. Calculated.
So we're nearing the end of the run now. This is the third last level, if I'm counting correctly. And this level, we're just collecting 4 green coins to get a green leaf, to then climb a staircase to get a gold leaf, to get a berry shooter, which is a new plant that we haven't seen yet. So you'll know. Go ahead.
You could get it in some earlier stages, but this is the first stage we required it. It's because we need to save Atta, the princess, from Hopper, the bad guy. And we needed to actually hit him. We need to hit him 9 times, and then he will drop the princess. And as soon as we touch her, like, the stage ends.
Yeah, this
will
is
come
not
up
how you're
to-
supposed to do this, by the way.
Oh.
No.
There is a berry shooter that shoots straight up, and that's how you hit them. We're actually going to stand on the edge of this rock here and use very weird camera controls to point up in the air and hit Hopper 9 times. This is kind of hard to control because Hopper flies in different directions. It's taking a while to hit him right now. It's kind of RNG, I think. And we're just trying to hit him 9 times so that he drops Atta. And we got 1.
And
The
every
first
time he
two
gets
hits
hit,
can be really hard,
every
but
time he
after the
gets hit,
first
he also
two,
goes
he
down.
starts dropping.
So you'll notice he's getting lower, and we're hitting him more consistently now. And by we, I mean plywood.
You could take
just
some
exit
ownership.
level.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
part of
level is
being the
another.
ant colony, you know?
We are the bug club.
We are the bug club.
So this level is quite difficult. It's very fast paced. It's kind of an auto scroller where you're just flying through, trying to avoid enemies, picking up grain, and trying not to die.
I think actually if you like try to go as slow as you can, you still actually move. So I would call this an auto-scroller.
Yes, yeah. The grain actually make you go faster here, so you'll notice plywood's trying to pick up some of the grain, but not all of them, because if you pick up some of them, you will get hit, like we just did.
It might also be worth mentioning that all these final 3 stages right now, this is the second to last stage, and next stage is the final one. These are all around killers. They're all really difficult like stages. This one specifically, if you end up getting like losing a life, you will go all the way back to the start of the stage.
And when that happens, you lose your grain as well, so you're better off actually exiting level and coming back in, since the grain give you a speed boost. And most of us have kind of instinct on how to do this level, so without the grain, our whole pattern goes off.
All right, we're
We
good.
are reaching that.
Yeah, and
Just a little further.
so the thing is with that level is all the obstacles, like the feathers and even small pebbles, they can completely kill your momentum. And at that point, you could get pushed backwards into Hopper, and he's really close to you throughout the whole level. So you gotta be real careful about that. All right, so this is the final level, and we have to get a super berry to start, and hopefully not mess up this tight little jump. And I slid too much. I hyped
It's
it up
all-
too much. All right, let's try it again.
That jump is very tight. You basically have to jump as soon as you hit the ground again to avoid sliding. There we go.
Yeah, you have
It's
to really do that double jump super quick, because you know you want to carry that momentum forward as you jump to the next spot. Trying to actually plan out your jump there is just not a good idea.
Yeah, that's very true. So this level is actually in 3 phases. I would say the second phase is the hardest. There's a lot of tight platforming, and Flick is very slippery, especially in the rain. So we're kind of just going to be sliding all around here, but trying to stay stable at the same time.
Another
Try to
thing
be
that
safe, but
another
Flick
thing to
does not
remember
want to
is
hit
that
Hopper, so I'm now going to be risky and run up in his face. You want to try and maintain distance as much as possible, because if you get hit, you'll take hit stun, then you'll fall down, and it's just a bad scene. So I try to keep my distance and keep on moving, time myself to Hopper throwing his berries. And we're about done with Arena 2, so this is good.
Yeah, and he's in the same spots every time, so it's just 1 hit per location.
Another thing to remember is also that we didn't see much of that, thankfully, here, but Flick auto-aims onto the closest enemy he can usually hit. So often when you try to hit Hopper, he just aims downwards instead at some corner that you didn't even remember there was an enemy at. So you can sometimes get stuck in this like awkward position where you can't actually hit him because Flick just refuses to aim at him.
If it
The
looks like I'm
second-
struggling a little bit with my platforming, it really doesn't matter, because we can't hit him until he gets into the next spot. So a little bit of struggle doesn't really matter here. And time's coming up real quick. Once the screen fades to black, that's time. So just gotta rotate, follow him as he rotates around me. Analog, please, don't turn a weird way. And time.
GG. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
That is bug lunch right there for that bird. So yeah, folks, that's A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life, not The Bug's Life. A Bug's Life. Flick's Life.
Have to wait for the sequel.
Wait, yeah. Still waiting on that Pixar sequel for this game, for this movie, and this game. Come on, John Burton, give us another one. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching, and for everyone who donated. I want to thank ESA for bringing this run on to their channel. Really appreciate it. Shout outs to, of course, my commentators Stu and Tager for helping me out with this commentary. If you like watching this run, you should definitely follow both of them because they run this game fairly actively. And then beyond that, Jumpy Luff, who really helped make this route what it is. Aaron and Bounding for introducing me to this game. And yeah, I think that's basically everyone. Oh, and if you want to learn this game, I actually have a tutorial on my YouTube channel and on the leaderboard. So join the Bug Club, join in on the fun. It is really an enjoyable, breezy run on PlayStation. So thank you all so much.
And the tutorial is so great. So thank you, Plywood, for making that.
Thank you.
Do we have time for some quick donations related to this game before we head to intermission?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we have $35 from Waffle Power. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah! One thing to remember if you're gonna run this game is that you're gonna have to suffer with Flick talking a lot.
No, you enjoy it. Come on.
You enjoy it or you suffer with it. It's one or the other.
Okay, I admit I had to do that one. And then we have $5 from Fruit Lion. Bug's Life. Just replayed the first stage over and over as a kid, and I still enjoyed the game. We're glad that you enjoyed it. Hopefully you still have enjoyment with it now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And with that, we need to find another animal right now. I was told that a hedgehog is coming up next. So just give us a bit. This one is a bit of a speedy fellow, so I don't know, we may have to find a chili dog or two to placate him a little bit. Stay tuned for some Blue Sphere action coming up next here on ESA Summer Online.